guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video I have a sort of chatty tutorial all about my lip fillers. And I know straight up I'm going to get so much criticism on this video, and if you're one of those people who are going to be easily annoyed at the thought of me talking about lip fillers, Botox, cosmetic surgery, anything, and if you don't like the fact that I have them, or if you think that I've changed so much over the years because of the way I look, then if you feel like you can feel a bit of a bad vibe coming onto yourself, just exit off this video and do not comment your thoughts, because any negative comments, obviously you can give constructive criticism, but whenever it comes to lips and things, people feel like it's okay that to give that person hate because you don't like it. You know, if you don't like it, that's nothing to do with me. I'm still going to get it regardless of your opinion anyway. But if you feel like you have a weird connection with this kind of stuff, then just exit the video and do not even think about leaving a comment down below, because you're just going to get removed and blocked anyway. So yeah. But yeah, so in today's video I'm making a YouTube video all about my lip fillers for all my lovely subscribers and everyone else who support me through Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, everything, and just want to know more about lip fillers. Obviously this subject is a little bit touchy, and that's why I did do that little disclaimer for those people who will have something nasty to say. That's why I just did that, so that they know just to X off the video before they get blocked or removed, so it doesn't really matter. But I'm making this video for everyone who is interested in my story with lip fillers and just a little bit about my advice and everything like that. So you've all sent me in so many questions the other day, so I'm going to go through as many as I can and try and talk about as many different questions in this video as I possibly can. So okay, so someone said, how many times have you had your lips done, and are you getting any more filler in your lips? And I've had my lips done 5 times in the past 3 years, and the majority of those have actually been in the space of 2 years, because I haven't had my lips touched with anything in over a year. It's been nearly probably a year and a half now the last time I had my lips done. So I've had my lips done 5 times, and I've had a mill every single time I've went. And am I getting more? I have no plans on getting my lips done anytime soon, because I do know they're still quite big as it is. You know, it's not like I'm oblivious to seeing these big huge lips on my face. I know I have big lips on my face. You know, people comment a lot on my stuff saying, oh my god, why are your lips so big? Your lips are huge, they look ridiculous, blah blah. But I know they're big, like I know they're there. So if I didn't like them, I would get them taken out by now. So obviously I like them if I still have them. I don't have any plans on getting lip fillers done anytime soon, but I definitely will get them done again at some stage. But just for now, I'm just kind of letting them settle and just do their own thing for now, pretty much. They've seen other people taking allergic reactions to lip fillers, and did this worry me? And see, to be honest, not really, because I knew all the consequences and what I was signing myself up for and what I was getting done. And most of the time, if something bad does happen, there is always going to be a solution to it. You know, it's not like you're going to be left with random, you know, ugly lips for ages. There is, most likely the person doing it on you should legally know what to do if something goes wrong. So it didn't really worry me that much, because everything that could possibly go wrong could be fixed too. So it's just understanding and knowing what can happen just before you go and get it done, just in case it does. But I've never had any problems with mine, but I do know a lot of people that are my clients and friends and everything else who have had a little bit of like a horror botch story, but most of the time it's fixable and they're never left really bad. So, but it's obviously just knowing what exactly can happen just in case, but nothing like that has ever happened to me, touch wood, touch wood. Oh my god. Someone said, why have you had so much? Again, questions like this, I don't know why I've had so much lip filler. It's never been a goal of mine to have lips as big as what they are. I just went to keep getting them topped up, and they've just ended up this size. I haven't had, you know, I haven't been like, oh, I want my lips exactly this size. I've just had this much because I have, and it's just the way things have happened. Like, I shouldn't even need to explain myself on why I've had so much, but that same person actually said, why do you want your lips so big? You know, I didn't want my lips to be this big. It was just, they just happen like this, and I just like them now. So, you know, I don't really know why I wanted my lips this big, to be honest. I don't know how to answer questions like that, to be fair. How long did you have to wait to get them done again after your first time? So the very first time I got them done, I did make a video about it. It's a really old video. I look really different in it, because obviously the more lip filler I've got, it's kind of changed my face. I've had nothing else done. The only things that I've ever had done is my boobs and my lips, and that's it. I've never had filler, Botox, anywhere else apart from my lips, and obviously implants in my boobs, but that's literally it. But the very first time I got them done, obviously I had nothing in my lips, so whenever the girl did them the first time, they dissolved a lot faster, because the less you have in your lips, the more quicker your body breaks it down, whereas the more often you go and you build it up, it's then harder for your body to break it down, because there's more filler there, obviously. So the first time I got them done, I kind of waited about 6 months after it, which is relatively fast. Normally I would wait about 8 to 12 months, but the reason being is because I'd never had my lips done before. The filler did dissolve down really quickly, so then I needed to go for my top up a little bit more closer to the time in which I got it done. Whereas now, if I got my lips done now, I probably wouldn't need them done again for like another 2 years. hence why I've waited a year and a half to get them done again. I haven't even got them done again, so I'll probably wait even longer. How much was it? So every time I've been, it's been around the £200 to £250 mark. Everywhere varies depending on who you go to. There is places which charge very like a substantial amount, which isn't. It normally should be around the £200 to £300 mark. It shouldn't be anything more than that, because if it is, they're obviously just ripping the arsehole clean out of it, to be honest. And if it's any cheaper, question why it's as cheap as what it is, because if the lip filler's good quality, like the person doing it can't physically charge any less than 200 or maybe like 175. But any less than like 175, I would be doubting what is that product you're putting in my lips, because it must be something cheap. And personally, you're going to want to go to someone that's reputable and using good quality products that you know is safe and okay to do. A lot of people ask me, was it sore getting my lips done? And the very first time, I will say it wasn't sore at all, because I had no filler in my lips at all at that point. So I was lying there, I could feel something, she was doing something, but it wasn't sore and it wasn't uncomfortable. It was literally just like, I don't know, like a couple of wee nips here and there, but it wasn't even that sore, to be honest. And then the more times I went after that, the more it started to get a lot more painful. But at the same time, it isn't a pain where you're like, oh my god, this is killing me. It's like pain where that if you just lie there and persevere, you'll know that in a couple of minutes it'll be over and you'll be sweet. And that's just the way I look at it. It is a little bit sore, like I know it's a little bit sore, but it's not like a pain where like you just can't go at all. Once it's done and that's it. And I don't know, I would say it's about, the very first time I went, I would say like a 2 out of 10, that was the pain threshold. And then 4 times after that, I would say it's probably been about a 7 or 8, to be honest. Like it has been quite high, but at the same time I can manage it, and if I can manage it, then anyone can, because I'm a wimp. Like I'm a total wimp. Did the numbing cream work? Now the very first girl I went to, she used a numbing cream that wasn't really that great. Like I could still feel what she was doing, and like I said, the very first time I went, I could barely feel any pain, but I could sort of feel like what she was doing on my face. Like I could feel something, which made me think that the numbing cream she used wasn't like that good, to be honest. But then again, it could have been, because if I didn't really feel much pain, then it could have been disguising the pain. But then in comparison to the next few times that I've went, the numbing cream that I used was literally amazing. And even before I got my lips done, it felt like my lips were like dropping off my face, because I couldn't even feel my face anyway. And even before I got the filler in, my lips felt so like numb and just like weird, because I couldn't speak or nothing. But it's actually good that that happens, because it means it's gonna really help, you know, numb that pain then from the get-go. Whereas the first girl, the numbing cream wasn't that great. So I definitely would look into like asking numbing cream the person's using, and even doing a little bit of research into the numbing cream that you want to go for, because obviously you're going to want a cream that's going to work, and you're not going to want to layer up this cream and then before you know it, it's absolute agony because you die off. You're going to want to definitely use a cream that's definitely going to be good and going to work and make things as easy as possible. Would you like to go any bigger or just stay the same, and do you have any regrets? I don't have any regrets at all. Probably getting my lips done was probably one of the best decisions I've ever made. I just love them. I'm obsessed. And again, like I said at the start of the video, I have no plans on getting it done again soon, but I mean, I probably will get it done again, but not anytime soon, because I'm just happy with the way they are at the moment. What age do you have to get it done in Belfast? And I would say, because it is quite of a serious treatment, I would say you probably have to be 18, because it's not just like something like going to get your ears pierced. It's like a full-on treatment, like a full-on, not an operation, but it's like something quite serious. Obviously getting your lips done isn't something easy, and you definitely shouldn't get done if you're under 18. You should definitely be 18 or older if you want your lips done, for sure, because you don't want to be making the wrong decisions. You want to be at an age where you totally understand what you're doing with your life and why you're wanting them done, and all your research and everything. Like, you don't want to be going in if you're like 13, 14, 15, which is ridiculous. I don't know what anybody at that age that would want their lips done anyway. Why would you want to get them done under the age of 18 whenever you're still like a child, really, to be honest? How do you deal with negative comments regarding your lip fillers? Negative comments regarding my lip fillers, I get hate probably every day about something to do with my lips, because fillers and cosmetic surgery and all that kind of anything that's you can possibly do to make yourself feel better, some people get quite jealous of, because you're making you're bettering yourself, whereas some people would get quite jealous in the sense that, oh, she loves herself because she's doing this, she loves her lips because she puts in all this money, oh my god, her lips are too big, she looks like a doc, when's she gonna stop with a lip filler, blah blah blah. Like, I get comments like that all the time. But to be honest, if I didn't want lip filler, I wouldn't get it. If I didn't like it anymore, I would dissolve it. If I had a problem with it, if I thought it looked ridiculous myself, I wouldn't have it. You know, in your opinion, you know, if you think it doesn't look right on me, that's your opinion, that's just constructive criticism, fair play, I totally get it. But those comments where they start to get a bit nasty and cheeky, like, nothing like that is tolerated deleted here on my channel, so it will be blocked and just deleted. So how I deal with it, I just, like, I am quite thick skinned in the sense that I can brush things like that off my shoulders and just be like, right, whatever, but not everybody is. And if you do ever get hate regarding your features on your face because you've decided to do something to help yourself, just, like, I don't know, like, just ignore it and just delete those comments, because they're not, that person is obviously insecure with something themselves if they feel like they need to write a hate comment, try and bring me down to their level because they're so low. I don't know, I just don't get why people be so nasty online, but I don't really care now. It's got this stage now where I'll do me and you do you, and that's all that matters. So someone said, have you ever been left with bumps from your lip filler, and would you recommend massaging them? And I do have a couple of lumps and bumps on my lips. I don't know if you can see this, so I'll come a little bit closer, and I don't know if you can see this, but like right here, like right there, I have a pretty big lump. Personally, it doesn't annoy me. It's harmless. It's just a build up of filler. I went and got it seen to before by the lip girl that I go to, and everything's all good. It's just a precaution, and it's just a risk of what can happen. If you get too much in a short period of time, you can get like build-ups of the product, but it doesn't bother me. It's not sore. It doesn't, like, you know, you can't even really see it. No one's ever even pointed that out to me unless I've personally said to them about it. But you know, if you do get quite a lot of filler like I have, it is just, you know, it is natural for little bits to kind of gather up in certain areas, but you can get, you know, certain bits dissolved, and if you do get like a build up of lumps, you can get those bits dissolved, or you can get the full thing dissolved and then your filler put back in to kind of start fresh again, which is something that I would reconsider, but I don't think I could actually run about with my small lips again. Like, no way. Definitely not. If I ever wanted to get rid of that wee lump, I could get it dissolved and then just get the filler put back in again, so it's not the end of the world. Like, you have to be positive about these things if you're wanting fillers and everything else. Would you recommend massaging them? See, to be honest, all of the girls that I've went to have always recommended massaging the lips, you know, taking a little bit of Vaseline after you get them done, kind of just massaging to prevent bumps. I didn't actually really do that. I remember doing it a few times, and then the novelty wore off and I was like, right, this doesn't feel like it's doing anything. Personally, in my opinion, I felt like massaging them didn't really do anything. Once I felt the filler was in there, that was it set. Like, by massaging them, I didn't feel like it was going to move or change them, and it kind of gave me a weird feeling, you know, massaging them too, because what happens if you massage it too hard and you move the shape of it or something? So I kind of like just let the girl do what she needed to do. Like, they would do a little bit of massaging around your lips anyway. I just kind of let her do that, and then just put on my little lip balms and everything else throughout to keep my lips nice and moisturised whenever they were healing up a little bit. But maybe that's why I have a lump, so I'm not sure if that would be the reason why. But just, if your lip person tells you to massage them, and if they tell you to don't. Personally, I never seen a difference if I did or did not, but don't be going by me. Just do what you need to do and do what your lip person tells you to do, really, because I am not the expert. Your lip person should be, and should definitely be, a good one. You don't want to go to someone that's like really shy and then end up completely botched. Like, you do not want that. Is it hard and expensive to maintain them, and how often do you need to get them topped up? Like I said, whenever you first get them done, like I said, obviously the price varies between, I would say, $175 to $250. Some places could be about $3, but I would say that's pushing the boat right out. But obviously that's an expensive amount of money to be going to get quite often. So the first time I got them done, I waited about 6 months, got them done again, and then, like I said, the more often I went, the more quickly it built up, and then the less I needed to go in the future. So like I said, I haven't been in about a year and a half, so I've saved myself money. So if you're wanting to do it like I did and go quite often, even though it's more expensive, it ends up working out cheaper in the long run, because you're building it up faster and then it's breaking down slower, so then you don't need to go as often, if that makes any sense. Oh my god, someone says nobody wants to know about your lips, bitch. Like, if no one wanted to know about my lips, then why is there so many questions here? So if you live in and around Belfast, Northern Ireland area, and you're coming over, or maybe perhaps you're coming over to get your lips done to Belfast and you're wanting someone reputable to go to, the first person I went to was Dr. Gillian Johnson, and then the second and third and fourth person I went to was Lisa Sloan, and she is based on the Lisburn Road in Belfast. And then the fifth person I went to was Julia McGulkin, or Gulton, I'm not too sure how to pronounce her name, but she is based in Bangor, and her name is the Whitewood Clinic on Facebook, if anybody is watching and somewhere to go for their lips. So Dr. Gillian Johnson, Lisa Sloan, who is based on the Lisburn Road, and then Julia, who is based in Bangor in Belfast too. Okay, so someone is asking my advice on a few questions here. So someone said, I've had my lips done, I've had 0.5ml, which is half a mil, which you can get, you know, if you're not wanting to go for a full mil straight up, you can get half a mil and then build it up slowlier rather than get in with like a mil, like what I did, hence the reason why mine's are as big as what they are. But if you're wanting your lips as big as mine, then do a mil every time. But if you're wanting something a little bit more subtle, 0.5 probably works out probably better for you then. Okay, so this girl said, I've had my lips done 0.5 and I want to know if I can go a little bit bigger. How do I know that it won't look silly? So of course you can go a little bit bigger. You can add another 0.5 in, which then means there's going to be a full mil in your lips, or you can go in with a full mil and then that means you've got 1.5 in total. But it definitely depends on how fast your body breaks it down. You know, if your body breaks down filler fast, then get more so that it's going to last a bit longer. There's no point getting only wee tiny bits if your body dissolves it like within a space of a few weeks or months. You're better off getting something that's going to last a lot longer and save you money in the long run. And how do you know it won't look silly? So ask your lip person or whoever you're going to, would they recommend, you know, would it suit the proportions of your face? Because there is people out there who really measure and go into detail about what size really suits your lips in comparison to like other things on your face, like especially the distance like between your nose and your lip. You know, if there's no point getting loads of filler if you've only got a wee small gap and then your lips are near touching your nose. So you need to ask the person you're going to, do you think another half a mil would look good, or do you think another mil would look good? But just ask them questions, because there's nothing wrong with asking questions, because you know there's no point getting something done and then realising like whenever you've got it done, oh shit, I didn't want that. You might as well ask the questions before it's done to give yourself more information and to make yourself feel more at ease before you do get it done. Someone said, do you miss your old lips before and would you go back to them if you could? Definitely not. My old lips were just too thin in my opinion. It's just my opinion. If you like my other lips, just that's fine again, but my opinion, I thought they were too small and I just wanted lip filler, and that's pretty much the reason behind it, to be honest. Like there's nothing complicated. I just wanted to get lip filler. There's no reason behind it. Like if lip filler was an option, I would have kept my small lips, but because I was able to get filler, I was like, why not? Let's try this out and see how it goes. And I got it, fell in love with it, and continued to keep on getting it up until about a year and a half ago. I stopped because I did get a little bit big, and I've just sort of taken my time letting them just kind of settle for a while. And I will probably get them done again, like I said. So I think I've covered the majority of the questions here, to be honest. Even though there's loads of questions, they're all really similar, so that's why I kind of just skimmed over the main topics which are here in the questions. If you have any additional questions that you want to ask me, comment down below and I can send you a reply, just one-on-one, me and you, and just have a wee chat about the lips if there's anything else you want to know, pretty much. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I love you all, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys!